Welcome to Texas Honda Channel. Hope everyone's having a blessed day. If you're new here, please click that subscribe button and turn the bell icon on to get notified of every upload. So in the previous video, we took this to the dyno, made some pretty surprising power for a K20A3. So if you haven't watched that video, please click the link in the description and go watch that video. And yeah, it's doing pretty good. So in this video, we're going to be doing blow-off valve inserts that were custom made, resin core printed from a 3D printer from my good friend Joe. His information will be in the description if you want to order one of these from him. This one right here is so far my favorite. It has like a really loud eagle whistle sound. These are for HKS blow-off valves and the HKS knockoffs they work in as well, because that's what I have. But right here, we have not tested this one or this one, so we don't know exactly what they sound like. So we're definitely going to be testing those, comparing it to the factory one. And before we get started with that, huge shout out again for the PLM 4-bar map sensor that was donated by the Honda Resource on YouTube. Click the link in the description, go show them some love and subscribe to their channel. But I'm going to go ahead and find a way to mount this camera inside the wheel well here, which is where the blow-off valve is, so we can get a nice sound, compare the before, and then put the other blow-off valve inserts in, and hear how it sounds after. So I'm going to find a way to mount this, and we'll go take it for a drive. Okay, so I've got a mount made in the wheel well. I have a GoPro up there on the window. So I'm going to go ahead and mount this so we can see and hear the blow-off valve. So it's not in a very stable spot, but it's secure, if that makes sense. So this moves around pretty easy, but we'll go out, I'll get on it a little bit, you'll hear the blow-off valve, and then we can swap inserts. All right, here we go. Okay, now I'm going to take the blow-off valve off. We'll take it apart and swap the inserts out, and we'll go for another drive. Okay, to remove the factory blow-off valve insert, there is 4 bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's actually more bolts than that, but if you remove the right bolts, you'll be able to pull this whole thing out while keeping this rubber piece still on there. It makes it a lot easier this way. Then when you're done, flip it over. You can pull the valve insert right out. This is the factory HKS style one, which doesn't sound bad. We're going to test this weird looking one right here. Literally install it the same way you pulled that one out and put it back on. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and we'll take it for a spin, see how it sounds. Okay, not really a fan of how this one sounds, but it's not bad. It just reminds me of the factory HKS blow-off valve insert. So now we're going to go ahead and put this short little stubby one in. I was going to put this one in, but I think I'm going to like how this one sounds, because I just blew in it, and it has a slight whistle. So we'll definitely hear how it sounds, but this one here is a very dramatic whistle. It sounds like a whistle that a coach would have. Quite loud. But I'm going to go ahead and put this one in, and then we will take it for a spin, see how this one sounds. Try to use just a normal Allen wrench when doing this so you don't accidentally break this off. because these little pieces do break off quite easily, especially if you're careless with it. The only reason I know this is because I was careless with it on a previous blow-off valve insert in the past and broke it off. Okay, we've got the short stubby one installed, so we're gonna go test it. This one in. I like how it sounds. I'm gonna go ahead and do a little bit of driving, like daily driving, so that way you can hear the blow-off valve under normal operating loads, like this. Still makes noise even without barely building boost, so I like it. Right, I definitely like this one for sure. Okay, so which one do you guys like? Is it the one I just did a video on, or would it be this mushroom looking one right here, or the HKS factory one, or did you like the freedom sounding one, the one that sounds like an eagle screeching, makes you want to eat some bacon and do some America things? That sounds like freedom. Where's my bacon? That's awesome. That was crazy. Me personally, I like the short little stubby one. It whistles just the right amount. It's not too annoying, and when you're under a light load, you can still kind of hear it. When you fully get on it, as you heard, it makes the normal blow-off valve sound that the HKS did, but it also has a little bit of that screech in it, which I really like. So definitely let me know in the comments which one you like, and hit Joe up on Instagram. If you don't have an Instagram, definitely make one, or I will find another way to put the information in the description. Maybe you can email him. Just check the information in the description to see. But yeah, I highly recommend these things if you want a different sounding blow-off valve insert. The ones I found on eBay don't sound anything like this, so these are, in my opinion, the best blow-off valve inserts I've heard for an HKS style blow-off valve. This works for both the genuine HKS blow-off valve and the knockoff version like what I have. The knockoff one's working perfectly fine, but a lot of people like their name brand, so I totally understand. I've had both, and both seem to do okay for me. But yeah, I'm really happy with how it's turning out. Thing's making some great power, and it is pulling so hard. It's hard to keep it on the road whenever that boost kicks in second gear. It just wants to break loose. Eventually, if God is willing, I can get some wider rear tires on here. I don't have money to get different wheels, so I'm just gonna have to stick with these ones, but yeah, I'll definitely figure something out, and it is definitely a fun truck, for sure. But I greatly appreciate you guys coming to the channel, watching the videos, sharing them around. It helps tremendously. And if you're new here, definitely consider subscribing. Also, to the people who have been subscribed, check to make sure you're still subscribed. YouTube has been kicking people off my channel for whatever reason. So just make sure you're still subscribed. A lot of people had to go and resubscribe for whatever reason. But greatly appreciate you guys checking in. I will see you guys in the next video. And as I like to say, God bless. Stay safe, stay awesome.